So, all right, guys, welcome to Intro to Crypto Part 1. All the stuff that you don't really want to learn, but you kind of have to, and you really won't understand how much fun crypto actually is until you get this foundation down. So, let's start with, I'm going to start with the basics on just not more so not what crypto is or the fundamental part of it, or the macro view, but more so like the practical stuff you need to get, like trading view. Um, I was gonna show you a little bit of SafePal, but I think I'm gonna start with MetaMask and Uniswap first, and then along with trading view, gonna show you guys the Telegram group, the WhatsApp group, and the YouTube channel, just so you can you can learn even when I'm not teaching. Then I'm gonna show you some different exchanges that I use, or either if I don't use them, they're somewhat popular. And for our US people, they are a lot easier to get onto than some of them. For anybody out of the US, you guys, I'm jealous. Everybody in the US is jealous of you guys, unless you're in India or something like that, or Iran. FFs to you guys. And then, yeah, I said MetaMask and Uniswap. Last thing, just important times to watch the market. So that might be a little out of order, but I like to mix it up a little bit and keep you guys on your toes. Sharing those important times and then just kind of memorizing them, almost like you do breakfast, lunch, and dinner, is going to help you start to time the market and get almost, I guess the word would be, in sync, like hooking up your phone to your laptop. You know how good that feels, so you don't have to look at your phone every time you get a text. You can feel the same way. You're just going to feel in tune, all on one screen, ready to go. So let's start with trading view. If you guys do not have trading view yet, I don't know what you're doing. I really don't. I need you to get on trading view. We all need you to get on trading view so you can start trading with a little bit more clarity and you're seeing what you're actually doing. You don't want to go driving with your eyes closed. And without trading view, you're pretty much doing that. So you guys can see, if you're somewhat new, this still looks like, erratic drawings on a black chalkboard, but it's much more than that. I assure you, it's much more than that. So more so than this is what you would open up to, right? But let's go to, let me go to the home menu, wherever it is. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys the account page. So this is, actually, I'll walk you through from the very beginning. That's probably even better, right? If you do not have an account on TradingView, man, I'm gonna have to sign myself out. I love you guys, because then I have to sign back in. So let's start a free trial, right? They say the different plans. I mean, if you have a little bit of cash and you're going to be dedicating yourself, I got the annual one. I think I got this or this. I mean, again, if you guys are trading with a couple thousand, you can usually make this in the crypto market pretty quickly, usually within a day, if you remember to take profits. 1 second, I had to get a little bit of drink. So you go here, but let's just start with the basic, right? Sign up with your email, blah, 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 right? Boom, boom, you'll be done. I would highly suggest that you guys use your notes. For Apple people, it's notes. I think for Samsung people, it's like Samsung notes. But I have everything in here. Everything. I'm not going to show you too much, but I got everything in here. Do that just so you can keep yourself organized on the go and on your computer, because the worst feeling ever would be if there was a massive pump or a massive dump, right? And the only reason you had to sit through it, if you chose, if you were in a position that you had to get out, right? If you're long term, it doesn't matter. You could leave your thing for a year or two and you probably still be good. But for short term, midterm traders, right? Imagine being locked out of your account while you see that just because you don't know the email or you don't know the password, right? That would suck. That would really suck. So that's trading view. Let's get out of there. Let's go now to MetaMask, right? But honestly, what MetaMask is the decentralized wallet. So I'll show you this first, and then we're going to go to, I'll show you how to log into Coinbase or KuCoin or FTX US, Binance US, Binance. You're going to download, right? But I already have MetaMask. And what it does is if you have Google Chrome or if you use Brave, you can actually add it as an extension. If you need to add it as an extension, it's usually in the top right or the settings somewhere. But you just go here, right? Manage extensions. Usually if you download the app, it'll automatically pop up here and ask for permission, right? So let me log on to the app. Oh, you know what? I think it's, yeah, sorry guys. It's just here. So this is what it's going to show up as. Let me, 1 second. I'm going to stop the share for just a second. Let me log in. I need my privacy, not too much to ask for. Keep in mind, guys, if you download the MetaMask app for your phone and your computer, unless you import your account using your 12-word, 16-word, 24 or 18-word seed phrase, and anyways, whatever number of words, but it's your mnemonic phrase or your seed phrase, whatever, your password, your golden key, it's going to make different wallets for you. So if you want to keep the same wallet on your phone and your computer, which, I mean, unless you have several different accounts, I would definitely suggest doing that. Sorry, it's asking me for a new password. So I'm gonna make a new password again. And every time you log in or log out, you're gonna make a new password. And it's okay. I mean, if anything, it's good to kind of change up every month or so. I mean, as soon as much as you can do it to keep your account safe, because at the end of the day, guys, there's no customer service or help desk for crypto. If you lose your stuff, you lose your stuff for the most part. Sometimes you get lucky, but you got to keep that in mind. All right. Put in my password as 11122222. Please don't get into my account. Okay, I will share again. All right, so I logged in, right? And now this is going to be your homepage. So if you want to add a token, why does that look strange? Let's add some Binance coin, right? Add, let's do a custom one. So you guys have actually asked how to do this, and I don't mind helping, but just keep this in mind for you guys, because again, this is a business and you're using your real life money. You're not paper trading, or at least I don't think you are. If you are, you're getting too worked up about these dips, but You should only be getting worked up about these dips or these rips if you have your money in. If you have your money in, you have to understand how to buy and to sell at the very basics. So yeah, you could be told and hear that it's going to be a life-changing deal. You're going to make 100x, but if it's on MetaMask and Uniswap, and that's how you buy and sell it, or that's how you have to get rid of it, if there's a strange case that you have to liquidate, maybe a massive dump comes, right? And you don't know how to sell it, like you're setting yourself up for failure. So you have to be okay with missing up on an opportunity if you don't understand the opportunity. Do not get into something you don't understand. And it's not saying that somebody in the group might not help you, but what if they can't? And you buy it and there's a dump 2 hours after, which that happens a lot in crypto. It's like randomly sometimes, especially in these bull markets when we're going up, we go down just as quick. So if you don't understand what you're doing or what you're getting into, it's pretty simple. I'll say it twice, but don't get into it. Don't get into it. There's always going to be another opportunity. But if you lose a bunch of your money because you don't know how to buy or sell something, usually if you don't know how to sell something, right? Or if you don't know how to use MetaMask, then you're setting yourself up for failure. So just that on a quick note, there's a custom token. There's a custom token that we all were looking at. Some of us were interested in. So let's take that contract address. And the reason why I'm doing that, if you try to search PPay, you're not seeing anything, right? And if you're not entirely sure, because maybe you know it only by the ticker, this little 4 or 3 or 2-digit symbol, right? Sometimes they're even 5, like waves, but this little ticker. Then go to the Etherscan site, etherscan.io, and you can literally just on Google, like I did before, look, PPay Etherscan. It'll show you that, right? So what we're looking at is this profile summary. So when you're adding a custom token, since you can't search it and it's not already preloaded, what is it asking you? 3 things: token, contract address. So copy that, boom. And if it does not autofill these 2, you have this as well, and then PPay, right? You can name it actually whatever you want. You just don't want to not name this, right? Or change this. I don't even think you can. Yeah, you can't. See, it's already set in. So PPay, right? You can name it whatever you want. You can name it Plasma Pay. You got to do 11, right? Keep it under 11. So let's just do PPay. Next, boom. Which I don't have it added. So there we go. That's the basics of MetaMask. Remember, you have to have Ethereum on your MetaMask to use it. Ethereum acts as gas. Gas, literally think, if you're not understanding what I mean by gas, think of the whatever you're buying or selling as the car. Cars need gas to go. If not, they're just, they might have stuff in it, but they're not going to be able to go anywhere. They might have passengers in it, but it can't go anywhere without gas. So Ethereum, along with being something you can buy stuff on Uniswap with, or a long-term hold because everybody's telling you that it's going to 20K, it can also be gas to send transactions back and forth from your wallet to Uniswap, then to somebody else's wallet, right? You got to think of the decentralized stuff like that. This is the decentralized wallet. Uniswap is a decentralized exchange. Somebody else with a decentralized wallet is exchanging, right? A swap for whatever you are giving. So whatever you guys buy, somebody has to sell to you. So you need Ethereum. So what you would do here, sorry. So this is basically the only account number that you need. So this one right here, right? You can just click on it and copy it. This is your wallet address, your account number, whatever you, technically a wallet address, but whatever, call it whatever you're going to remember it most by. At first, I had to call it account number when I didn't really understand what I was like a wallet. You know, what are you talking about? An address for a wallet? So I use account number. Eventually, you start learning the crypto language, and you'll blend in just fine. So uh, basically, again, this is all the same wallet because this is an ERC20. As you guys can see here, this is an ERC20 wallet. All of these tokens are ERC20 tokens. So all you have to do is add them here to see them. But even if, say we didn't have any of these and we just had Ethereum, you could give somebody this wallet address and have them send you whatever they're going to send you, and you wouldn't have to worry about losing. So say I didn't have Aave. Let me see if I can delete it. Okay, whatever. Just imagine it's not there. All right. So if I didn't have Aave, someone could send it to my account. I wouldn't see it until I added the token, right? Until I added Aave. And then it would pop up, right? So I'm not sure what this is. Maybe a wrap token, something, just a custom token. So between these five, right, you might have a mix. You need Ethereum to send anything and everything, even Ethereum. So if you need to send Ethereum, you need Ethereum to pay for the gas fee to send Ethereum. So I always like to have at least a couple $100. I mean, you never really needed that much now, or before. I mean, but with the gas fees on the rise, I mean, you're probably looking at a buy and sell fee together of on a decent day now of about $70-$80 together. So if you do not have a lot of capital, I don't think buying on the Ethereum network would be your best friend right now, unless you were positive there was a 10 or 100x you were waiting for, you know. But if you only got $200 to work with, $300 to work with, and you're paying $80 in fees, that's like 26% of your entire bag just in fees. And that's both ways. And it could be more, it could be a little bit less, but more likely it'd probably be more. So just keep that in mind. So that's MetaMask. Again, you can use recap. You can use this wallet address to have somebody send you the ERC20. And, you know, especially if you're new or they're new, make sure they send it under ERC20. Because if they send, a lot of times where they're sending from, their wallet, their exchange, will let them know that it's a incorrect address, and they won't even let them send it. But some wallets won't. So you have to make sure you guys are pretty particular and stingent about that, because again, there's no customer service, there's no lost and found. If you send it to the wrong network, as you can see, there's different ones. I got the Binance Smart Chain on here too. You guys can see I have BNB on here, right? So yeah, make sure you send it to the right network. And again, if you don't know what network a token is on, just ask Google. I'm telling you guys, for the most part, Google answered 99.9% of your questions. Excuse me. You might have to search a little bit for some harder questions, but at least check Google first. So that's MetaMask. Let's go on to the Telegram group. Right? If you don't have Telegram, highly suggest it. I like it more than WhatsApp personally, but I have both because they serve different purposes. But this is the trading group that we have here, right? It's more of like a family. Everybody helps each other. Not financial advice. Never financial advice. more so just a space that you can come when you're busy lives. Whenever you feel like being a nerd and get into your crypto portfolio, then we're here, all being nerds together, and you're welcome. So I will share, let me share this link with you guys right here. This is how you join all of them. The YouTube. Actually, let me share this one with you. And then look in the description, guys, and you guys can follow the other ones. That would be probably be easier. So if you go to any channel, right? Go to any channel, then click on the top on your phone as well. So you click on this title, and then you got the description right here. The YouTube is here. The alpha chat, which is discussions on like all the charts and fundamental news, technical news I share, or announcements I share on this main channel. So this group gets all of it. You can chat about it, ask people about their charts, whatever. And there's a random chat, just a place that, again, just random. Sometimes people joke around, especially when it's a rough day. Like it's been the last 2 days. Sometimes all you can really do is joke around and share some memes. So got that. We're going to copy the share link, like I said. Really suggest you get into that. It's awesome. It is very awesome. So make sure you follow that. And if you're in the video, watching the recording, then you can just message me or one of the admins, or just ask in the random chat if you can't find a way. Well, actually, yeah, just message me. Message me then. Find a way to get a hold of me, and I will send you an invite link. But again, just watch this video to walk you through it. Okay, so we got the Telegram down. Let's go to YouTube. The YouTube library, right? Where is, let's just go to, you guys are gonna watch me talk about a recording of me. Okay, so you guys can see the videos. This is what would show up. There's different playlists. I'm still kind of adding all of this, or organizing it rather. So bear with me for about a week or two. It'll be all done. In terms of the organization, I'll be continually adding videos to it as we go. Planning like 2 or 3 of these Zoom sessions a week. And I'll probably do about 2 or 3 sessions per of those days. For these next couple of weeks, I'm going to be doing a lot of this beginner stuff because I want to teach you guys all the fun stuff. But until you understand the basics, you're not really going to be in the mood for having fun. So the videos here, all of these Zoom sessions I record will be in here. And this is the first part of the intro series. So I'll just put a new playlist called the intro series, and that's where you start, right? So, and everybody who doesn't mind, when we get, people in the group who just joined, who are somewhat new and are asking, very basic, very beginner questions, it's not rude. Just direct them to the YouTube channel, because again, they're not playing with paper money. I don't think so. So they got to be serious enough to learn the basics for them to even have a shot at making money, let alone not losing their money. Right? Let's set them up for success. Teach them how to fish instead of just handing them the fish. So once they watch that, then they can have some questions, and that's reasonable. But until then, it's not rude. We're trying to help you, and we will, whether you like it or not. So let's go to Uniswap, right? And we just created that MetaMask, right? Right here, nice and shiny, right? Now, Uniswap is, if you haven't heard of it, then you're really new or you're under a rock. It's okay if you're new or if you're under a rock. You both probably have some moisture behind your ears. We'll help you dry that off so you can access this wide world of micro caps and shitcoins galore, right? So it's going to ask you to connect to wallet right away. Well, first off, you guys can see it's a pretty basic interface. We're not used to that, especially if you started on a bigger exchange. You're used to seeing a bunch of tokens and buttons of buying and staking in your wallet and sending and settings. This is super simple. You don't even need to worry about all this stuff until you know how to just simply exchange. And I don't know why it's asking me to download MetaMask. But anyways, you would connect to your MetaMask, your wallet here, or even see there's different ways to. You can actually use Wallet Connect and scan, right? Actually, it just did it for me, I believe. I don't know, somewhere. Log me into somewhere. Is it MetaMask? Let's see. No, it's not that one. It might be a different account. No. Okay, it's somewhere. So we're connected, right? You know, you're going to see your wallet address here. It'll show you your balance of ETH. It's not going to show you the balance of everything else because remember, we're on the ERC20 swap. Biggest swap is Uniswap, the most popular, the most not popular, but rather the largest volume, transactional volume is a Uniswap. You're going to find them usually the most liquidity on here of all the decentralized swaps. It's not the best. I wouldn't say it's the best or the cheapest or the fastest. It's just the central hub. It was the first, so it's retaining its power, right? Its relevance. So for everybody who wanted to buy, let's say PPay again, right? And again, you guys are going to see there's different imports and same thing on here on Uniswap. If you cannot find your token, see, it'll tell you to, you'll have to do the same thing. So if you need to search for the contract address on Etherscan, just type in PPay Etherscan. Shoot, you can type in BNB Etherscan, right? Anything. Google's your best friend. Gonna type, copy in that information. Warning, right? Read it. If you purchase this token, you may not be able to sell it back. Anyone can create a token. Be sure you know what you're buying. Do not follow what other people are telling you just because you think you're gonna make a quick buck. So as you guys can see here, from to, so you're paying with Ethereum to get PPay. You can always switch it. So if you want to sell, you literally just click this arrow. Make sure whatever you're trying to sell is in this from category. And your balance, right, is 2. So let's see. Yeah, that's basically it. Well, here, maximum sold, price impact, liquidity provider fee, route. Showing you how it's going, right? You don't really have to worry about this too much. That's more for just the technical side of it. Liquidity provider fee, right? So out of the fee that you're paying, this is what's going to the liquidity provider who's providing these LP tokens of 50/50. There's a whole different video about that. Don't worry about that too much for now if you're beginning. Maximum sold and price impact, right? So price impact is basically you only have to worry about it. I'll show you. If you're trading larger amounts, smaller amounts, not too bad. See it as you do more, it goes up. Say you're doing 20. It's basically showing you that there's not enough liquidity. Well, you can still do it, but say it's $1. Now it's saying you're gonna pay from $1 all the way up to about $1.09, right? You're adding on this money to the price. It's another word for slippage. If you don't know what slippage is, Google, Google will be your best friend. I know I'm your first best friend, but Google will be your second one, right? Okay, so that's Uniswap. Oh, and then when you buy it or sell it, you can't do it from your MetaMask, but when you buy it, it will go through a waiting process that it'll show up here. It'll say pending, right? Let's see if I can actually bring up some of my past transactions to show you guys. Okay, so obviously your transactions will appear here. If you see a little like a pending or a loading circle, obviously you know you're still waiting for it to go through. Depending on network times, it could be pretty quick, like under a minute, or it could take 5 minutes, or it could take an hour and a half, 2 hours when it's super congested. I had that happen to me last week. It took me about an hour and a half, 2 hours to send some tether to somebody. So if you do need to go to Etherscan, right, this will show you all the transactions in and out. This shows you your wallet. See, this is your wallet. Um, and that's the public ledger of your wallet, right? Welcome to crypto. So that's Uniswap in a nutshell. Now, lastly, let's get to the exchanges. So Coinbase is one, right? You're gonna decide on sign in or sign up. And we have referral fees. No, not referral fees. I mean referral links in the descriptions as well. I will make that more easily accessible. Trying to find a place to add the docs. I'm actually thinking about getting a Telegram bot that will automatically post that a couple times a day for me, so I don't have to do it. So you should be able to look for that bot or ask somebody in the group, and we have a lot of amazing people in the group that help me out. So they will be glad to share those links with you or show you how to get it. And the amazing thing about the group, both groups, is we have people who are up 24/7 since we're all around the world, which is another blessing. So you're going to sign in, right? So Coinbase is a little bit more centralized, and they're very strict with KYC and whatnot. So if you really want to get through and have all the features like putting fiat on, taking fiat off, so onboarding and offboarding fiat, you're going to have to go through KYC, which is know your customer. I don't want to walk you through that because there's a lot of personal info. Um, yeah, I don't want to log into my account either, just because what is it called? Oh man, I got thrown off. I got to respond to him. So I don't want to, a lot of confidential info. So again, you're going to sign up. It's self-explanatory. You get through it, right? And then in the next class or so, I will actually log into my account and show you guys a little bit around each exchange. But that's one. I also go to FTX US. I like this one for my main stuff, my main coins rather. So as you guys can see, it doesn't have much on here. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's still not bad of a selection. But I liked them just because I've never seen them have a flash dump. I don't know if you guys saw what happened to Kraken where Ethereum dropped to like $700 to $800. I'm not talking bad about any exchanges. There's some that I noticed do it more than others. And FTX, I've never seen it. I'm sure it's happened maybe once, twice, handful of times, but a lot less than most. Pretty simple. You can wire money off and on. You got to go through KYC. That can take a couple days, or it could be in the same day. It just depends. So that's the second one. There's Binance US, which as US citizens, we are allowed to use. And Siri was listening to me. Again, log in or get started. And we have a referral link for this as well. So if you appreciate what we do and you like that we keep everything free, this is one way that you guys can support us and the group. Actually, just support everybody. This is what it's about. We're trying to give you at least the tools so you have somewhat of a fair shot at the generational money and the generational wealth transfer that's occurring right now before our very eyes. So Binance US, let's go to KuCoin now. KuCoin's pretty cool. Lots of smaller coins for maybe some of the more experienced people, but they got your basics as well. Not your basics, but your OGs, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP. Well, they might have XRP on already, but they might not. We never know. I don't go on KuCoin too much. I use some other ones instead. And if you are out of country, remember, technically, U.S. citizens cannot use Binance Global. So there's Binance US and Binance Global. They're not connected. I believe it's Binance US is a franchise, Russian-owned franchise of Binance. They look the same, have some of the same tokens, but they are different. So this is for the out of state folk. We have a referral link for this one as well. So definitely look in the group, and that will be up tonight. And again, if you guys don't know where this is at, somebody in the group will be happy to help, I'm sure. So that's Binance. Now, let's end off with something a little bit interesting. All that stuff was pretty basic, right? Let me write down on a Word doc. Foreign times to watch in the market. I'm going to give you guys these times in Pacific time, US Pacific Coast, so Los Angeles time. Just because I want you guys to challenge yourself and find out what these times are in your area, because I love you and it's tough love. So porn times that I watch, starting from earliest to latest, would be 4 a.m. Well, usually about 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. is where you can expect some increased volatility, up or down, maybe a mix, but usually increased. That's when we call the London daybreak is occurring, or noon in London, right? That's at 4 a.m. exactly. 4 a.m. We see a lot of divergence price action happening around this time. What I mean by that is significant moves up or down. Very rarely do we just see price kind of stagnant, going sideways. And this is usually the pop cork. That's when the party starts. Another one would be anywhere from, say, like 6 to 7 a.m. That's when the US financial markets wake up. Technically, it's 5:30 a.m., right? That's when traditional stock market wakes up or starts on 8:30 on the East Coast. So 5:30 a.m. Pacific time, right? LA time. I'll put LA time if you don't know what PST is. American markets. Markets open. Then I usually look for about 12, well, it'd be 9 a.m. No, let's start with this basics ones first. I don't want to confuse it. So about 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. we see increased volatility as well. That's at 4 p.m. Pacific time is the daily candle close. So every day the new daily candle will form on the daily chart on, if you're looking on TradingView, right, on your phone or your computer. Let's see. But then 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. is usually when we start seeing when we see the traffic coming in from Asia. You might hear some mixed emotions about this time. Some people hate it, some people love it. I mean, why hate it? You can't control it. You just gotta live with it, right? So 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., right? And then usually this is unofficial, this is off the record, but usually I look for buys around 7, 8 p.m. our time. It seems like it's some of the lowest volume, low volume time. Sometimes ideal entries. Again, it just depends on what entry you're looking to get in. Are you looking for a short term, a midterm, or a long term? Long term, it could be 9 a.m. on a Sunday, right? It just depends. That's where the charting comes in. You got to learn this first before you learn that. Then you come full circle to midnight, right? So for us, for the US, it really is probably the best time between about 8 to, I'd say, well, I wake up at 4 a.m. I think my body just automatically wakes up at 4 a.m. because I'm used to seeing some craziness happen. So I wake up in the anticipation of it. But from after 8 p.m. Pacific time to about 3 or 4, that's when I'm not really looking at the chart so much. I'll check it every once in a while. I mean, I try not to check it as much as I can. And I would suggest you guys don't either, because if you have a plan, why tempt yourself to possibly sell or buy higher if you know you're waiting for a lower entry? So yeah, this is your free time. This is when you get to be a human and not a robot stuck on the charts. And again, even if you have trades going on, you shouldn't be stuck on the charts. Only time you should be stuck is if you're like me and you're trying to bring along as many people as you can and still juggle your own portfolio and still research and learn, because I love this. It's fun for me. I'm quite a nerd for crypto, so I like to study and watch videos and do research and find new projects, right? So with that, keep this in mind, convert it to your local times, memorize it. This is when you're going to see a lot of the action. So I don't want you waking up during the London daybreak and seeing a massive pump and then FOMOing in, right? If you're not already in and getting caught at the top, you should prepare for this, right? So I usually get into my trades if I'm anticipating, say the chart is showing me that there might be a breakout soon, going up, right? So buy signal. I'm not going to buy at 4 a.m. I'm probably going to buy beforehand. So I'll use these to kind of anticipate your buys and your sells, or just to anticipate your emotions, so you can keep yourself in check if things are going up or down, right? To follow your plan. All right, guys. So that's the end of part 1. I can't believe almost an hour has already passed by. We got several more lessons to do, but just start with this. get yourself situated. And to next lesson, we're going to dive into trading view and some of the wallets a little bit deeper. All right, y'all. 1 second. I'm going to stop the recording and do some charting.